Something extraordinary is happening in Jerusalem right now, a city that's been the heart of prophecy for thousands of years. Construction projects, ritual preparations, and whispers of ancient prophecies unfolding before our eyes. Is the holy city preparing for the second coming of Christ? And if it is, what does that mean for you, for me, for the entire world? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might not look at the world the same way again. Jerusalem, a city unlike any other. It's been conquered, rebuilt, and fought over more times than history can count. Why? Because it's more than just land. It's a promise. A stage set for something far greater. For centuries, believers have looked to Jerusalem as the prophesied epicenter of the Messiah's return. The book of Zechariah foretells, on that day his feet will stand on the Mount of Olives, east of Jerusalem. Zechariah 14 verse 4. But here's what's truly astounding. Jerusalem isn't just waiting anymore, it's actively getting ready. Let's talk about what's happening right now, and why it's causing a stir among theologians, historians, and even political leaders. The Third Temple, prophesied to rise before the end of days. Organizations like the Temple Institute have already recreated sacred vessels, priestly garments, even bred the biblically pure red heifers required for ancient purification rituals. They're not talking about someday. They're saying soon. And it doesn't stop there. The Sanhedrin, the religious council from the time of Jesus, has been re-established after nearly 2,000 years. Why now? What are they preparing for? Coincidence? Then there's the geopolitical storm brewing. The Bible speaks of nations aligning against Jerusalem. Turn on the news. Tensions in the Middle East are at an all-time high. Is this chaos? Or is this choreography? Let's take a step back. Imagine you're living 2,000 years ago. Roman soldiers patrol the streets. The temple stands tall, but so does corruption. People whisper of a man, a teacher, a miracle worker, claiming to be the Son of God. Fast forward to today. The temple is gone. But the whispers have never stopped. They've only grown louder. And now, the pieces are falling into place. The Temple Institute isn't preparing for a museum exhibit. They're preparing for a living, functioning temple, one that prophecy says must stand before the return of the Messiah. Imagine that for a second. A fully operational temple in Jerusalem. Sacrifices, priests, and all. What would that mean for the world? But let's not stop there. What about technology? Yes, technology. Did you know some scholars believe the mark of the beast could relate to modern advancements? Biometric implants, cashless economies, surveillance that tracks our every move. What was once written in symbolic language now seems eerily practical. And speaking of practicality, have you noticed the global push for peace in the Middle East? Leaders from around the world scramble to broker deals with Israel. The Bible warns of a false peace, one that precedes tribulation. Are we watching that unfold right now? Let's dive deeper into the temple itself. According to prophecy, the Third Temple isn't just a building, it's a trigger. A signal that the final events are unfolding. Priests are training as we speak, learning the ancient rituals long thought lost to time. They're practicing sacrifices, preparing to reintroduce the world to ceremonies last performed nearly 2,000 years ago. Think about that. Generations lived and died believing this would only happen in a distant, hazy future. But now, it's no longer theory. It's reality. And here's where things get even more intense. Some biblical scholars point to the rise of globalism as a key ingredient in end-times prophecy. A unified world, driven by technology, economics, and perhaps, a charismatic leader promising peace. A false Messiah. Is this the world we're walking into? What if the signs aren't just metaphorical? Earthquakes, wars, rumors of wars. Sound familiar? The Gospel of Matthew lays it out clearly. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of birth pains. Matthew 24 verses 7 to 8. Birth pains. The beginning of something inevitable. Something unstoppable. Let's break this down even further, because the signs aren't just in politics or prophecy. Have you ever wondered why Jerusalem holds this magnetic pull, even for those who don't believe? Why does a city roughly the size of a small American town dominate global headlines? Could it be because, deep down, the world knows something is coming? Something undeniable? The Bible says all nations will turn their eyes to Jerusalem in the last days. Not Rome. Not Washington. Jerusalem. A city with no natural resources, no global military power, yet it holds the attention of kings, presidents, and prime ministers. What about the rise in messianic expectations? Among Jews, Christians, and even some Muslims, more people than ever before believe we're nearing a climactic event. Israel's government has sanctioned plans for more Jewish settlements surrounding the Old City, positioning families and communities closer and closer to the heart of Jerusalem. It's like the world is converging on one point. So, what does all this mean for you and me? If Jerusalem is indeed preparing for the second coming, that means prophecy is accelerating. It's no longer a distant future. It's happening now. And here's the question nobody can ignore. Are you ready for what's coming? You might be feeling a mix of fear and awe. That's normal. But prophecy isn't meant to scare us. It's meant to prepare us. If the world's most sacred city is getting ready, shouldn't we do the same, spiritually, emotionally, and even practically? Imagine waking up tomorrow and hearing that something monumental has happened in Jerusalem, something that signals the next chapter of prophecy. Would you feel regret or readiness? This isn't just history. It's the future. It's your future. If you've made it this far, I know this topic speaks to you deeply. But this is only part of the bigger picture. There's more, much more, that's been uncovered recently. Did you know archaeologists have unearthed jaw-dropping evidence of Jesus right there in Jerusalem? If you want to see how history, faith, and prophecy collide in ways you won't believe, click on my next video, Evidence of Jesus in Jerusalem Uncovered, Archaeological Discoveries That Will Shock You. Don't stop here. The truth is still unfolding. I'll see you in the next one.